Hello and welcome to English Unlocked. I'm your host, Paul, and it is wonderful to have you here with me today. Whether this is your first time listening or you are a regular friend of the show, I want you to know that this space is for you. This is a place where we take the big, sometimes scary world of English and we break it down into small, simple, and manageable pieces. Together, we are unlocking the secrets of real English, especially the most important skill of all, listening. Have you ever been in a conversation in English or maybe watching a movie and you felt lost? The words came too fast. You missed one word and then another, and suddenly your brain just shuts down. It's a frustrating feeling, isn't it? It can make you feel like you are not good enough or that you will never understand native speakers. Well, I want to tell you something very important right now. If you have ever felt that way, you are not alone. It is a completely normal part of the learning journey. But I have good news for you. That feeling does not have to be permanent. Listening is not just something that happens to you. It is a skill that you can build, a muscle you can train. And that is exactly what we are going to do today. Today's episode is all about active listening techniques. We are going to learn how to change from being a passive listener, just letting the sounds wash over you, to an active listener, someone who engages with the language, participates in the meaning, and takes control. So if you've ever felt lost listening to English, don't worry. You can unlock your listening skills step by step. Today, you will learn 5 powerful techniques that will change the way you listen forever. Are you ready? Let's begin. Okay, our very first technique is one of my favorites because it is so simple yet so powerful. It is called predict before you listen. What does predict mean? It means to make a smart guess about what you are going to hear. Think about it like this. When you are going to exercise, you don't just start running as fast as you can, do you? No, you do a warm-up. You stretch your muscles. You get your body ready for the activity. Predicting is the warm-up for your brain. Before you press play on a video, a podcast, or a listening exercise, you need to prepare your mind. You are telling your brain, hey, get ready. We are about to think about this topic. Let's try another one. Imagine the topic is visiting the airport. What words do you predict you will hear? Maybe words like plane, ticket, passport, security, luggage, gate, fly, passenger, takeoff. See? Your brain is already warmed up. Now, let's turn this into a real exercise. I want you to join me in a short visualization. If you are in a safe place to do so, I invite you to close your eyes for just a moment. If not, just focus your mind. Okay, close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Now, I want you to imagine you are about to watch a YouTube video. You see the title on the screen. The title is The World's Most Exciting Sports. The World's Most Exciting Sports. Before you press play, let's predict. What words, what ideas, what vocabulary do you expect to hear in this video? Take 10 seconds now to think of as many as you can. Just let the words float into your mind. Go. Okay, you can open your eyes. What did you think of? Maybe you thought of the names of sports, like football, basketball, skiing, or car racing. Perhaps you thought of action words like run, jump, score, win, compete, fast, strong. Or maybe you thought of words for people like athlete, player, team, champion, fan. Do you feel that? Your brain is now officially warmed up. It is ready to listen for those words. So when you hear the word champion in the video, your brain will say, "Aha, I was expecting that one." This simple act of predicting makes listening less overwhelming and much more manageable. So from now on, before you listen to anything in English, a song, a news report, even this podcast, take 30 seconds, look at the title, look at the picture, and ask yourself, what is this about? What words do I expect to hear? This is your warm-up. It is the first step to becoming an active, confident listener. All right, let's move on to our second technique. This one is designed to fight a very common fear among English learners, the fear of not understanding every single word. Many learners believe that if they miss one word in a sentence, they have failed. They get stuck on that one word, they start to panic, and then they miss the rest of the sentence and the sentence after that. Does that sound familiar? Today we are going to let go of that fear. Technique number 2 is listen for the main ideas, not every word. The goal of listening is not perfection, it is communication. It is understanding the main message. Let me give you an example. Listen to this sentence. The chef prepared a scrumptious meal for the guests. Now, maybe you don't know the word scrumptious. Your brain might freeze on that word. Scrumptious, what is scrumptious? But wait, let's look at the words you do know. You know chef, you know prepared, you know meal, you know guests. From those words, can you understand the main idea? Of course you can. A chef made food for people. That is the main idea. The word scrumptious just adds extra detail. It means delicious, by the way, but you didn't need to know it to understand the message. Here's a metaphor I love for this. Think of listening to English like putting together a puzzle, a big, beautiful jigsaw puzzle. When you start, you don't have all the pieces. You have some pieces from the corner, some blue pieces that look like the sky, some green pieces that look like trees. You don't need every single piece in its place to see the full picture, do you? No. After you have a few key pieces connected, you can already see that the puzzle is a picture of a beautiful landscape with a blue sky and green trees. The main ideas are your key puzzle pieces. They are the nouns, the verbs, the important information. The small, difficult, or unknown words are just the tiny details. They are important for a perfect picture, but you can understand the scene without them. So I want you to give yourself permission to miss words. It is okay. It is normal. Even native speakers miss words sometimes. When you are listening, try to relax. Don't chase every single word. Instead, try to catch the big fish, the main ideas. Ask yourself, who is speaking? What are they talking about? What is the general feeling? Focus on the big picture. The puzzle will become clear, I promise. This brings us to our third technique, which is beautifully simple. So simple, in fact, that many people forget to do it. Technique number 3 is listen more than once. Let me ask you a question. Think about your favorite song. The first time you ever heard it, did you understand all the lyrics? Did you know every word? Probably not. You just enjoyed the melody, the feeling. But then you heard it again on the radio, and then you played it yourself. And then you heard it again a week later. After the 5th time, the 10th time, the 20th time, you could probably sing the whole song from start to finish. The words became clear. the meaning became familiar. Why should listening to English be any different? Often, we listen to something once, and if we don't understand it, we give up. We think, "Oh, that was too difficult for me." But we are not giving our brains a fair chance to learn. Repetition is one of the most powerful tools in learning. Each time you listen to the same piece of audio, your brain notices something new. The first time you listen, you might just get the general topic. Maybe you only understand 30%. That's a great start. The second time you listen, you will probably hear some of the key words you recognized from the first time, and you'll pick up a few new ones. Maybe your understanding goes up to 50%. The third time you listen, you can start paying attention to how the words connect, the rhythm of the sentences. Your understanding might jump to 70% or even higher. With each repetition, you are building layers of understanding. You are giving your brain the time it needs to process the sounds, connect them to meaning, and store them in your memory. I want you to try this with this very podcast. After this episode is finished, I challenge you to go back and listen to the first 5 minutes again, just the first 5 minutes. I guarantee you will understand more the second time around. You will hear words and details that you missed before. In fact, let's make it even easier. I'm going to say a short sentence. I want you to listen carefully. Then I am going to ask you to pause the podcast, rewind 10 seconds, and listen to that sentence one more time. Here is the sentence. Despite the intricate complexities of the situation, they found a straightforward solution. Okay, it has some tricky words, right? Intricate, complexities, straightforward. Now, please pause the episode, go back 10 seconds, and listen to that sentence one more time. Welcome back. Was it a little clearer the second time? Maybe the word straightforward stood out more, connected to the word solution. You start to build the meaning. Never be afraid to hit the replay button. It is not a sign of failure, it is a sign of a smart, active learner. Just like with your favorite song, repetition will make English familiar, comfortable, and clear. We are moving on to technique number 4, and this one will make you feel like a detective. This technique is called use context to guess new words. What is context? Context is the situation. It's the other words in the sentence, the other sentences in the paragraph, and the overall topic. The context gives you clues to help you understand the meaning of a new word, even if you have never heard it before. Let's solve a mystery together. Imagine you hear this story. I had a very busy day today. I woke up late, so I didn't have time for breakfast. I had meetings all day, so I completely forgot to eat lunch. Now it is 7 p.m., I have eaten nothing all day, and I am absolutely starving. Now, you may have never heard the word starving before, but let's look at the clues. Detective, what do we know? We know the person didn't eat breakfast. We know they didn't eat lunch. We know it has been a very long time since they ate. So how do you think this person feels? They must feel very, very, very hungry, right? Exactly. Starving means extremely hungry. You didn't need a dictionary. You used the clues in the story, the context, to discover the meaning. You see, you are a language detective. Let's try another one. This time, we'll do a visualization exercise. I want you to picture this scene in your mind. Imagine you are at a beautiful park on a sunny day. You are having a picnic with your friends. There is a blanket on the grass, a basket full of sandwiches, and everyone is laughing. The sun is warm, the sky is blue. It's a perfect day. Suddenly, you look up. You see a big, dark gray cloud moving quickly across the sky, covering the sun. You feel one drop of water on your arm, then another. Then the drops get bigger and faster. Someone shouts, "Quick, grab the food! It's starting to pour!" Now, what do you think the word Pour means in this context. Let's look at the clues. The sky turned dark. There were drops of water. The drops got bigger and faster. People are in a hurry to save the food. So, pour must mean to rain very heavily, right? Yes, that is exactly what it means. This is such an empowering skill. When you learn to use context, you are no longer afraid of new words. A new word becomes an interesting puzzle to solve, not a wall that stops you. So next time you hear a word you don't know, don't panic. Listen to the words around it. Look for clues. Be a detective. You will be amazed at how often you can guess the meaning correctly. We have arrived at our fifth and final technique for today. This one might be the most important of all, because without it, the other four won't work as well. Technique number 5 is don't multitask, stay focused. We live in a world of distraction. When we are listening to something in English, we might also be checking our email, scrolling through social media, cooking dinner, or thinking about our to-do list. But here is the truth. Your brain cannot do two things at once effectively. When you multitask, you are not really listening. You are only half listening, and half listening will only give you half understanding. I want you to think about this in a different way. Imagine you are having a conversation with your best friend. They are telling you about something very important, something personal that happened to them. As they are talking, would you take out your phone and start scrolling through Instagram? Of course not. That would be so disrespectful. You would give your friend your full attention. You would look at them, listen to their words, and show them that you care. Your English listening practice deserves the same respect. When you decide to listen, you are making an appointment with the language. For that period of time, English should be your best friend. It should have your full, undivided attention. I have a practical suggestion for you. I call it the 10-minute focus habit. Every single day, I want you to find just 10 minutes. It can be in the morning, during your lunch break, or before you go to bed. For those 10 minutes, you are going to practice focused listening. Find a quiet place. Put your phone on silent and place it face down, out of sight. Close all the other tabs on your computer. Choose your listening material, a podcast, a short video, an audiobook. And for those 10 minutes, your only job is to listen. If your mind starts to wander, gently bring it back. If you think about work or your family, just notice the thought and then let it go. Come back to the sound of the English words. Just 10 minutes a day of deep, focused listening is more powerful than 1 hour of distracted half-listening. You are not just practicing English, you're training your brain's focus muscle. And the stronger that muscle gets, the easier all of your listening will become. Treat your listening practice with respect. Give it your full attention. This small habit will create big results. I promise you. And there we have it. 5 powerful, practical techniques to transform you into an active and confident English listener. Let's quickly summarize what we learned today. First, we learned to predict before you listen. We warm up our brains by guessing what words we might hear. Second, we learned to listen for main ideas, not every word. We let go of the need for perfection and focus on the big picture, like seeing the image of a puzzle. Third, we learn to listen more than once. We embrace repetition, just like learning the lyrics to our favorite song. Fourth, we learned to use context to guess new words. We become language detectives, using clues to solve the mystery of unknown vocabulary. And fifth, we learn to don't multitask, stay focused. We give our practice the respect and attention it deserves. Now it's your turn. Information is only useful when you put it into action. So here is your reflection challenge for today. In a moment, I want you to pause this podcast. When you do, I want you to say out loud, just to yourself, which one of these 5 techniques you will try today or tomorrow. Choose just one to start with. Will you predict the topic of the next video you watch? Will you listen to this episode again? Will you try to guess a new word from context? Choose one. Say it out loud. Make a promise to yourself. Are you ready? Pause now. Welcome back. I hope you have your chosen technique in mind. That is your first step on this new active listening journey. Please remember, learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint. There will be good days and there will be difficult days. Be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself. You are unlocking English step by step. Every time you listen, every time you practice, you are building a stronger connection in your brain. You are getting better, even on the days when it doesn't feel like it. Stay consistent, stay curious, and your listening will grow stronger every single day. You can do this. This is Paul, and you've been listening to English Unlocked. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me today. Until next time, keep listening, keep learning, and keep unlocking your potential.